Maintenance personnel race against time to fix a major pipe burst that resulted in a serious water shortage for Brikama and the environs. Environment Minister Lamin B. Diba calls for the participation of all and sundry in the protection of the Gambia's flora, fauna on the occasion of World Environment Day. 17 children discharged after undergoing a successful cleft lip palatal surgery at AfricMed Clinical Services. And British police make their first arrest after an attack that has left 7 people dead and nearly 50 others injured. Well, viewers, these and other stories coming ahead in this hour. I am Abdullah Baji. The National Water and Electricity Company, NAWEC, is hopeful that a serious water shortage as a result of a major pipe burst near the company's groundwater monitoring station in Brikama will be addressed by tomorrow. The situation has affected many households in and around Brikama. Janke Toure visited the affected site, which is undergoing repair and works, and this is her report.
This is the damage that resulted in the serious water shortage facing Brikama and the surrounding villages. The problem came after the area's major pipe burst 3 days ago. Officials of the National Water and Electricity Company are on the ground to address the situation.
It is a technical problem. We have experienced 2 major transmission main burst pipes. This was since Friday, the 2nd of June. And since we noticed this problem, the staff, the engineers, and all the workforce have been around since Friday to ensure that this particular problem could be fixed in the shortest possible time. But unfortunately, what was expected and what we found out is completely different. And that's why since Friday, they've been around.
Brikama is home to one of NAWEC's biggest water treatment plants. As such, the extent of this damage has incurred a huge financial burden on NAWEC.
The damage is a water pipe. The contractor then, unfortunately, braced it with huge concrete slabs. He thought then that was the best way. But unfortunately, when it broke, it had to take us days to break the concrete and get to the pipe. These are pipes, these are materials that are subjected to failure. As you can see there, unfortunately the pieces lying there, it has broken and it needs to be replaced.
NAWEC personnel are currently doing their best to fix this problem to the satisfaction of the affected localities. The apologetic NAWEC officials say this is beyond their control.
We apologize sincerely. This is unexpected. It's beyond our control. It's a technical problem, and we have to fix the problem. But indeed, we felt it too bad because it happened at a time that we are in the month of Ramadan. And as Muslims, definitely speaking, it cannot go without water. That's cleanliness. Cleanliness cannot go in the absence of water. So, and it happened in the month of Ramadan. Our moms, our sisters, would definitely find it difficult to get water for the families. So there's a lot of inconvenience, and we apologize sincerely for what happened.
As the institution responsible for the supply and conservation of potable water, NAWEC has given the assurance that by tomorrow, the lines will be open for customers to get their normal water supply. For GRTS News, I am Jenke Toure.
The Minister of the Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, Lamin B. Diba, has called on all and sundry to partake in the protection of the Gambia's flora, fauna and other natural resources. In a televised statement marking World Environment Day, Minister Diba also highlighted the significance of natural resources and called for their sustainable use. Here is an excerpt.
This year's theme, Connecting People to Nature, implores us all to get outdoors and into nature, to appreciate its aesthetic values, medicinal and economic importance, and to take forward the call to protect the earth that we all share. Fellow Gambians, World Environment Day serves as the People's Day for doing something positive for the environment, galvanizing individual action into a collective effort that generate an exponential positive impact on the planet. Efforts to protect our nature, including stronger policies, awareness campaign, and investments in community conservation and law enforcement have scored some great successes. However, several plant and animal species remain at risk, and it will take a dedicated and sustained effort by each and every one of us to turn the tide around. How can we do this? More people need to understand how people are connected to nature and how nature is connected to people, and how our livelihoods and security depend on ensuring that nature is well kept. Attitudinal change. More awareness and action requires government and international bodies to seek to enact and enforce legislations in order to deter those still willing to break the existing laws. The Gambia is one of the least developed countries that are projected to suffer from extinction of identifiable species of both fauna and flora, which, if not reversed, may lead to serious ecological imbalances with its attendant consequences for our economy and livelihoods.
The Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources Minister Lamin Bidi were there on World Environment Day. 17 children who underwent a successful cleft lip palate surgery at AfricaMed Clinical Services have been discharged on Friday. Seydou Camara has the rest of that development in this report.
It was a joyful moment for these mothers and children after the successful surgery. Here is the theater room where these kids were operated on. Dr. Massamba Job from Senegal said he was grateful in putting smiles on the faces of these kids and their mothers. He assured his support to all persons who are suffering from cleft lip palate. The program director of West Africa Smile Train reaffirmed their readiness to continue to give free medical services to Gambians.
The good news we have is that Smile Train has come to the Gambia with Joko Cleft Association at AfricaMed Clinical Services to provide free, comprehensive cleft care to any child, even adults suffering from cleft lip and palate. And so this week, we thank the High Excellency for opening the Cleft Week, what is just the beginning of greater smiles to come in the country.
Speaking on behalf of the mothers, Jenna Bambalo of Nema Kunku and Ami Jallo of Senegal Nyoro, thank the benefactors for the support.
We are all happy because we all gather again together here, and they do everything for us. They do everything for the mothers, the kids, kids are normal again.
The administrator of AfriMed Clinical Services thanked the First Lady for her support during the process.
We are looking a way of working with the ministry and the office of the First Lady to make sure that we have sustainability of this program continuously. To tell you, we are planning to do another surgery as soon as possible come November. So we have the aim and vision that every child born with a cleft have the right to get his or her smile back.
Dr. Modlamin Wage, Director of Health Services at the Ministry of Health, thanked the doctors for complementing the government's efforts.
Cleft lip and palate is not caused by witchcraft or evil eye, as some parents might think. It is as a result of failure of the neck to extend and of the tongue to descend during week 8.
Today marks another historic day for Serekunda General Hospital in particular, and the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare in general, in witnessing another benevolence gesture from Pipeline Moss Foundation. The need and importance of this benevolent gesture, that is the donation of the bed sheets to our admitted patients, cannot be overemphasized. May I remind you that this has become a yearly event for Pipeline Moss Foundation in donating medical materials to health facilities across the country during this holy month of Ramadan.
donated materials are expected to go a long way towards improving the healthcare service delivery.
We all know that without health, it will be very difficult to carry out one's daily activities. And it is a known fact that no government can meet the healthcare needs of its citizenry. Therefore, we need philanthropies like this to complement the efforts of the government in helping to improve the healthcare delivery system of its country.
The work that this particular hospital is doing is tremendous. It is taking the overspill of patients in the satellite areas here, relieving Banjul from the overcrowdedness. So that's the reason every time we want to distribute something, we come here to encourage them and to tell them that they are doing a fantastic job.
The principal nursing officer of Bansang Hospital, Burama Baji, assured the philanthropists that the bed seats will be used wisely, whilst calling on others to emulate the foundation.
It has been said that contributing to health is we are contributing to nation development. Receiving contributions from various committees, organizations is worth welcoming. Bed seats will serve as comforters to patients. Drugs alone may not be able to cure or may not be able to make patients comfortable, but be lying on a very comfortable bed seats, make them comfortable, and then contribute to their quick recovery in their ailments.
Pipeline Milks Foundation is a local-based charitable foundation aimed at rendering service to humanity. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Aissatou Jata.
Members of the Associated Schools Project Network of the Gambia Senior Secondary School, together with their fellow students in the provinces, recently visited Keserikunda, Central River Region, where the group made a symbolic trip to the burial site of the late Fulani King, Musa Molo. But Lamin Sani reports the 3-day provincial excursion is a fact-finding tour of locations with historical significance.
As part of their 3-day visit to schools in the provinces, students under the Associated Schools program also visited historical sites in the Central River Region, including the tomb of the legendary Musa Molo in Keserikunda. Here, students were opportune to receive lectures on pre-colonial history and the story of Musa Molo. In an interactive discussion, students were told about the rise of the Fulani movement in the Senegambian region in the late 19th century.
It was that Musa ruled about 44 communities in this, and he ruled 4 Fula communities, 4 in the Gambia, 4 in Guinea-Bissau, and 4 in Senegal.
They described the trip as important as they had the chance to have an understanding of Gambian history.
It's very important for me to share information with them. As the man explained, Musa was a great man, whereas we share everything together. To me, it's very important.
Some of them were inspired by the stories of Musa Molo, who was said to have resisted colonial rule in the Gambia.
I learned the Musa Molo for the citizenship of the Gambia. Because of him now we are living in peace in the Gambia. Because he did not only fight for himself, he fought for everyone, every citizen of the Gambia. I will use it to educate others that did not have the privilege to come here. Even our teachers so that they can help us visit more sites to endeavor the history about great people like Musa Molo, legends.
This educative undertaking is championed by UNESCO NATCOM through the Associated Schools Project Network Gambia High Chapter.
This is part of our program schedules. When we were leaving the UNESCO office in Banjul, we realized that after making several presentations along the way with Farfanya students, Bakalendin students, we are now at Brikamaba with Amite students. This global citizenship has some amount of connection with our nationalist.
For some of these students, the trip was a special occasion for them, enjoying the movement to interact with other students in various parts of the country and see the countryside. Reporting for GRS News, I am Modlamin Sane.